All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Welcome to the first live stream of 2018. Unfortunately, it's going to be a short one today. Also, this should be the first video on the YouTube channel of 2018 as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a fun, safe New Year's Eve. Today, we have a brand new character coming out into the Nexus, and his name is Blaze. Blaze was also the name of one of my childhood dogs. Just putting that out there. I didn't know what Blaze meant until many years later, but now I'm curious about what went on in my childhood. Mom? Dad?
Happy New Year.
You need to tell me something. Anyway, I am going to be taking a look at the newest character to enter the Nexus, and his name is Blaze.
Happy New Year.
First of all, this is a live stream. We're getting a lot of notifications right now. Those will go away once we get into the game, but thank you all for the resubs and everything in chat right now. I see, what about the Cho video? We actually ran out of time. I was going to record that with Holly, but I went out of town for a week and visited family, had a really nice week away. But couldn't get it done before we left, so I'm going to try to do it soon, TM. And we will officially end the A through Z. But like I said, today we're going to be taking a look at the newest ranged warrior to enter the Nexus. His name is Blaze. If you've never seen these theory crafting videos before or these theory crafting streams before, well, you are in for a long,
Happy New Year.
Boring first look at the newest character to enter the Nexus. If you do not want to know my opinions, if you do not want to see every talent that he has to offer, if you don't want to be bored to death for the next 45 minutes to an hour, you have been warned. Okay, I will be sure to thank all of those new subs before we leave today. Thank you all for the ongoing support here on Twitch and also on YouTube. Now, before we get started, moving forward into 2018, I want to do more for you viewers than I have before. You know, I have a great community here, but I don't really give back that much. So, moving forward this year, I want to do more giveaways, and I'm going to try to get some Blaze codes to give away, but not just giveaways for Heroes of the Storm, giveaways for any game that I might be interested in, or any game that we may be showing off on the channel. So I'm going to try to do that more in 2018. No official news yet on that, but stay tuned and I hope you guys look forward to it. Okay, so Blaze, his level. Let's go over his basic abilities. It's probably important. Going over basic abilities is probably pretty important. So when I was looking at the hero spotlight for this, I was like, so is this just Chen? Because his W ability is oil spill. You throw oil out on the ground. That's kind of a cool effect where you pick the center and then direct it. Kind of like that. And then his Q ability, which on Chen would be his E, then lights that on fire. So let's just go ahead and toggle cooldowns off. Look at that! Look at that! What? That looks a lot like Chen. And then his E ability, Jet Propulsion, is very similar to the dive of, well, you know, that was just my initial impressions. After seeing him in a game, it doesn't appear that that's the case. But before I forget, here you go, guys. Here's the dance. I like it. I like it. Yeah, get it. Get in there. Oh, yeah. And then the taunt. It's almost as if he was Wolverine trying to give you the finger, but he does both of his little cannons at the same time. Anyway, after seeing him in game, I don't think he's Chen. It's just, you know, the whole mechanic of like this, and you know, this, you know, kind of similar. You may notice that his auto attack appears to be a frontal cleave. Let's see if we can hit multiple enemies with this as well. Yes, we can. So that's going to be 59 damage at level 2 to everything in front of us. I like that quite a bit. Now, the official description of our Q ability, this is Flame Stream. I can read. Fire 2 streams that deal 90 damage to enemies hit. Flame streams lights oil and any oil that it comes into contact with. So we throw oil down, which is our W ability. Oil spill, vector targeting. Wow, that's a pretty big range. I wasn't quite expecting that. Dispense a slick of oil that lasts for 5 seconds. It slows enemies that come into contact with it by 40%. So it's a 40% slow. To give you a little bit of perspective, your mount gives you a 30% movement speed increase. This takes 40% away. So that can be pretty strong. Not the biggest area in the world at baseline, but I'm sure we're going to have some talents that we can augment that with. Oil spills are ignited for 2.5 seconds when hit by a flame stream. Ignited oil spills no longer slow enemies, but instead deal 19 damage to them every 0.3 seconds. Additionally, Blaze is healed for 53 health every 0.3 seconds while standing in the ignited oil spills. And this has 2 charges as well. So, you have an area of effect slow in one stage of this ability, but if you remove the slow, you then have a damage and a heal as well. Pretty cool kit, actually. I really like that. And there's a little bit of subtlety here for when you want to fire this out. How long do you want to keep the slow active? Do you try to min-max and get as much duration on this as possible? Excuse me. I will let you decide. Now, his base health regen is 6.5 at level 3. To me, that kind of seems low. This seems low. But then again, I play a lot of Stitches with the Devour quest, where you just raise your health regen like crazy. So I'm kind of used to seeing this around 100. But I'll let you guys in chat decide. Jet Propulsion is our E ability. After 0.5 seconds, charge forward, colliding with an enemy hero, deals 58 damage, and stuns them and nearby enemy heroes for 1.25 seconds. You can not see... Well, I guess you can kind of get an idea of the radius. On the projection for the ability, you can't quite tell what the radius of the stun is, but after actually colliding with the target, it does a nice little explosion. So we can assume it's about this size, as if your character was standing all around your target, or all around this target dummy. Can you try to see if the oil can last 5 seconds as oil and then 2.5 as fire? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yep, sure does. Sure does. And then our trait, this is Pyromania. Cooldown 90 seconds, gain 25 armor, and deal 45 damage to nearby enemies every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. Each hero hit by Flame Stream, which is our Q ability, reduces Pyromania's cooldown by 5 seconds. So this is a 90-second cooldown, but as we hit targets with our Q ability, and it looks like... So, they mentioned this in the highlight video. There's 2 projectiles for the Flame Stream, and it looks like if both hit, then we get more cooldown reduction. So this should take, what, 10 seconds off? It sure does. So you're incentivized to really try to land this as square as possible, and we can assume that multiple heroes would give more cooldown reduction. Okay. All right. So as level 1 talents, what are we looking at here? We have Adrenal Stim Pack. Activate to gain 100% attack speed and gain 25% movement speed for 5 seconds. 100% attack speed and 25% movement speed on a 30-second cooldown. I wonder what other auto attack talents he might have in there to kind of incentivize you to go down that route. Then we have Endurance Stim Pack. Activate to gain a shield that absorbs 527 damage at level 4 over 5 seconds. This is on a 40-second cooldown. This is 10 seconds longer than Adrenal Stim Pack. 548 now. I don't remember what it was just a second ago, but it's 548 at level 5. Excuse me. Throat's a little scratchy, team. I was feeling fine when I woke up, but as kind of the days progressed, it doesn't really hurt. It's just like there's a little frog stuck in my throat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I digress. We have Neural Stim Pack. Activate to gain 50 mana and cause ability cooldowns to recharge 100% faster for 5 seconds. Well, that could be a lot of spamming. Okay, this was the one I'm most interested in for right now. It kind of seems like a cold snap for Jaina. Or isn't that what the talent's called? Isn't it cold snap? I'm pretty sure it is, where you get lower cooldowns for a duration. And we have new habits. Our last talent at level 1, collecting regeneration globes reduces the cooldown of Pyromania by 5 seconds. So every regen globe is 5 seconds, and every Q that we land directly on a target is 5 seconds as well. Collect 15 regeneration globes is the quest, and Pyromania grants unstoppable for 2 seconds. So you get a self cleanse. It's Icy Veins. Chat said it was Icy Veins. Thank you, chat. So kind of like the talent of Garrosh, but on a much longer cooldown. What a cooldown you're able to lower based on how many people you're actually cleaving with your Q ability. So that's interesting. I want to see how much cooldown reduction we actually get from the Neural Stim Pack. Activate to gain 50 mana and cause ability cooldowns to recharge 100% faster. Okay.
Choose a talent.
So here we go. I think that could have some pretty good impact to the game. Especially if we can get some talents to up the damage of our Q quite a bit. I think that could be really good. Alright. Now at level 4, we have Feeding the Flame. Each enemy hit by Flame Stream reduces the cooldown of Oil Spill by 1.5 seconds. So Oil Spill has a 12-second cooldown by default, but 2 charges. And you're going to be spamming, I would imagine, your Q ability constantly. So this would just allow you to have more damage over time on the ground, more utility there. I like how I could try to like predict where he's running away and slow him down, or I could just walk right up to him and stand in that. It's kind of cool that the fire heals you as well. Also probably means you can take a minion wave pretty well. That didn't seem that bad. Always hard to gauge that in these games though. We do have some W talents in here as well, 2 of them to be exact. Adhesive Petroleum. Enemies standing in the oil spill, when it's ignited, are slowed by 30% for 2.5 seconds. So stopping the slow from being removed entirely, but at a lesser effect. Honestly, that doesn't seem bad at all. And then we have Oil Dispersal, increases oil spill's area by 20% and the slow amount by 10, making it a 50% slow. Let's see how much the area is actually increased. Here, let's test it out this way. Toggle cooldowns. Here's the oil spill without the talent, and the oil spill with the talent. Pretty sizable increase, actually. I think that's a big deal. And you can slow people down even more. And that's a higher area you can stand while you're on fire to heal. And a higher area to deal AoE damage, which I don't think he'll have any problem doing at all. It actually seems like he's going to have a pretty significant amount of lane clear. So I like that talent. I like where that's going. What else do we have here? Hitting an enemy hero with Pyromania reduces their damage dealt by 5% for 2.5 seconds, up to 30%. So while we are shooting fire out of our bodies, we're also going to be lowering the damage dealt by the enemy team. Unless we get some way to drastically lower that cooldown, because I mean this will help, right? This will help, but it just doesn't quite seem like that's going to have a lot of uptime. I mean, don't get me wrong, 30% less damage that an enemy team could deal is good, but getting that might be hard. I don't know. We'll see. At level 7, we do have Crossfire. Hitting an enemy with both streams of Flame Stream deals 174 bonus damage. That doesn't seem hard at all. It's literally just landing your skill shot. That seems like an easy way to double the damage that this ability does. I guess not double. Does each individual flame do 109, or is it a total of 109? Let's see. That looks like 109 from one flame. Yep. Okay, so they both deal 109. That makes sense. Okay. You could use your pyromedia while charging your E. Oh, so it's like a furnace blast kind of thing. Except, you know, not really a lot of damage. Mostly just there for armor. That could be really good. Let's see what that feels like. Let's go hit Arthas. Where you at, Arthas? I mean, remember, this basically doesn't have a cooldown. 3 seconds is nothing. Let's stand in our thing and try to fight. And we can lower this cooldown as well. Let's wait until the oil slick is about to fade before we ignite it. I can see that being good. I like that. Other talents we have at level 7, we have Grill and Kill. Damage enemy heroes with ignited oil spills 60 times. The crest reward. Increase oil spills ignite duration by 2 seconds and its damage by 25%. Now we're talking. So that means that we're going to be increasing the duration of the fire by almost double. It has a 2.5 second baseline. We're going to bring it up to a 4.5 second ignite duration. With the increased slow here at level 4, that means we could have a 50% slow on the ground for 5 seconds. Let's make it like that. And then ignite that for another 4. Once the quest is completed. That's almost 10 seconds of oil happening on the ground. And we can lower our cooldowns. We might be able to get another one of those off. I like the sounds of that already. I'm into this already. I like where this is going. So we would want to get our oil down first. You know, they're slowed. Oh, where'd they gonna go? Then pop our adrenaline. We're healing while we're standing in that. We're dealing AoE damage while we're standing in that. I like how that's going. I like how this is going. I'm interested. Our other option at level 7 is the Incinerator Gauntlets. Increase attack area by 15% and basic attack damage to minions, mercenaries, and monsters by 50%. Additionally, basic attack splashes ignite oil spills. Oh, that seems good too.
Choose a talent.
That seems good too. Well, kind of a good and a bad thing. If you are using Incinerator Gauntlets, first of all, this would be great for minion-intensive maps, right? This would be great if you're just in the solo lane and you're trying to push someone back. He should also have absolutely no problem killing off these objectives, I would imagine, early on in the game, because he's able to do some pretty consistent damage. We are level 10, basically, or 9. But this doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad. But the downside of this ability is, as you're fighting someone, you're pretty much not going to get much out of the slow from the oil, because you're just going to ignite it right away, right? So I feel like if you go down this route, you have to almost always, if you want the slow at all, I feel like you have to go for the adhesive. Which makes sense, actually. I like the synergy between those two talents. I didn't really see the point of this without it. But that makes sense. Can you overlap the oil spills and ignite them for double the damage? I don't think so. I think it's one application. So that's 26. And then... well, shit. Did it pop twice? Alright, we need to wait for the damage to reset. No! You've betrayed me! I'm just gonna auto it. I'm gonna do this, auto it. Yeah, it's about the same damage. I would say they don't stack. I got 2 auto attacks in there. Yeah, they don't stack. Then at level 10, this is our heroic ability tier. We have Bunker Drop. This thing looked overpowered in the small little bit of playing I did earlier with Bakery and Moon. Looked really ridiculous. So after 0.5 seconds, deploy and enter a bunker with 1 1,925 health. Blaze and his allies can enter and exit the bunker at will. While in the bunker, occupants gain access to flamethrowers, dealing 265 damage to enemies in a line. Exiting the bunker grants 25 armor for 2 seconds. Bunkers last 10 seconds or until destroyed. So that was a lot to take in. This is what the bunker looks like. You fortify a location on the ground. The example they gave in the trailer for this was that a lava wave just went right through you. Nothing happened, right? It was like, I am safe. We do have Flamethrower as our Q ability, but I also think, I kind of thought this was our auto attack too. I guess that was mistaken. Maybe that's the auto attack for other heroes. That's the only way I've experienced this in a game, as being another hero getting into the bunker. But Flamethrower is our Q ability while we're in here. Every 1 second we can throw this out. Now, this only has a 40-second cooldown. 40-second cooldown to use this bunker. It does kind of put your team in wombo combo situations. But while you're in the bunker, you can choose which direction you want to leave. So if I just want to go this way, we can go ahead and hop out and we'll go that way. If I want to go this way, well, kind of double triggered it, but you get what I'm saying. You just right click where you want to go, hit R, and then you'll travel in that direction. This does count as a body block. So in certain conditions on maps like Dragonshire, you might be able to cut off a walkway and kind of use this as an expulsion zone, or more accurately, I guess, a force wall versus enemy combatants. The usefulness of that, I'm not too sure. I don't know how prevalent that strategy will be. They can break it down, of course. At level 11, it has 2,000 health, which at level 11 is, you know, it's a lot of health. But at level 20, it seemed like enemies were able to just kind of burst through this right away. At level 20, it has, 2,851 health. And at that point in the game, your auto attackers are hitting for, you know, in the several hundred damage every time they swing. So can do a lot of damage. But every single ally on your team can jump in this, and there's no charge time. There's nothing like that. You just kind of hop in and you absorb damage. But you have to be careful, especially with everyone testing Malfurion right now. There were so many instances where Diablo just used Apocalypse as we were coming out of this, right? Or Malfurion just had roots waiting for you. It's really, really easy to kind of lock a target down in this. I guess with Malfurion, you can get the increased root size, which makes it a little bit more dangerous. A little more dangerous. Pretty cool talent, though. And like I said, only a 40-second cooldown, so you can basically use it all the time. And I like it. It's neat. I have not seen this one yet. This is Combustion. It has an 80-second cooldown, so double the cooldown of the bunker drop. You channel for 2.6 seconds. Upon ending, slow nearby enemies for 60% and deal 105 damage to them every 0.5 seconds. Combustion slow and damage over time. Duration is extended the longer Blaze channels from 1 second up to 5. Blaze's movement speed is reduced by 50%. So I wanted to test out a few things with this. First of all, I was watching Tim's stream when he saw the reveal trailer, and he said that this is a lot like Stage Dive, but without the global. I think it's more like Gaul, where, you know, it's kind of like, hey, I got you. I'm ready. I'm gonna get you. You don't know when, but it's coming. Oh, it's right now. There you go. It did say damage over time. Deal 105 damage to them every... What does that... Oh, is that the ignite after? Oh, I see. I was picturing that as a... like effect while I was walking around. Like I'd be burning everyone as I was walking around. But I guess the visuals gave no indication of that. So the longer you channel it, the more damage over time you're going to do to targets at level 20. That's only ticking for 105. So you get 5 ticks of that, right? 105 damage 5 times. 80-second cooldown. It does do a 60% slow. Now, does that 60% slow stack with the 50% slow we get here? It didn't look like it. This also doesn't ignite your oil, which seems odd. I would assume that it would. You cannot cast any other abilities while you're doing that, so you can't do things like cast your ult and then charge in with your E. Just damage around you. Oh, it does 105 damage 10 times. This is why I do these live, because I don't math. You know what I'm saying, team? What do you mean though? I thought it. I was pretty sure of myself. Duration is extended the longer blaze channels.
That was rather entertaining.
Channel for 2.5 seconds. Upon ending. Okay, I give up. If you guys say it's 10 times, I'll believe you. If it's not, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, they look like 10 times. You're right. You're right. I counted. I counted with my mind. My mind power. This taunts for the haters. Okay. Would you be stunned out of the channel? Let's find out. Let's walk over. Let's do it. Hey! Cast your thing. Yes, you can. Now, will that do the damage effect we need to see? Do the stun. Do the stun. Do the stun. Do the stun. Do that. Nope, they still burn, even though you didn't technically detonate it. It detonates upon the time of the stun. I like that. That's cool. You're not punished too hard. I like that. So, level 13. We have... You know, I feel really dumb because obviously 0.5... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but I feel really dumb after that last one. Usually I'm like, oh, I could see how I thought that. Okay. I see where I was coming from. This time it was just like, oh, I just didn't comprehend it. Like, how, God, pay attention. What's wrong with you? First stream of the year, and it's, I don't understand what 0.5 seconds means. God, Pally, get your head in the game. All right, level 13, Suppressive Fire, Flame Stream, reduces spell power. Each stream of Flame Stream reduces the spell power of heroes hit by 50% for 4 seconds. Up to 30%, so you get 30% for 4 seconds if you hit the target with both sides of the Flame Stream. Remember, your left and right hand both fire off the thing. You need to hit them with both to get 30%. Or you have a 4-second cooldown here. So, I guess you can't actually stack it. I was gonna say you can just fire off another one, but it's a 4-second cooldown. The only way you could stack it with multiples if you go neural stream, or yeah, that's it. It's the only way you could stack it. Is if you go for the neural stim pack and lower the cooldown. Here, look. So there's that, and then you would have to hit that. So yeah, just don't miss. Don't miss, and you get 30% spell power reduction on the enemy combatants. I wonder if that stacks with. I want it really, really bad. I really want it bad to stack with... Oh my god, what's her name? The sniper. She shoots, has nano boost. Ana! Hey! I really wanted to stack with Ana. That would be great, because they would do basically no spell damage. I would like that. Yo, fuck mages. The other talents we have at level 13 are... the nano machine coating for our oil. Enemies standing in oil spills have their attack speed. Oh! This is our defensive tree. We can counter spell power here. We can counter attack damage characters by lowering their attack speed by 40% for 2.5 seconds. Now, how do...
Choose a talent.
Is it... Does this refresh if they continue to stand in it? Is this a thing that continuously ticks? Or is it they touch the oil and they only get one application? I'm not sure. And I don't think I could test that. It says enemies. He's not an enemy, apparently. He doesn't slow down. He doesn't slow down. So I'm not sure quite how that would work, but definitely a good answer to characters like Illidan, because I think all you need to do is hit him, and that's really easy to do. The difficult part of the ability is certainly not hitting targets. It's keeping them in the trajectory to slow them down longer. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is easy. Hey, you're oiled, gotcha. But will he actually walk that way? We don't really know. That's going to be the difficult part. That's going to be the difficult part. Level 13, we also have Fuel Leak. Jet propulsion creates oil spills along Blaze's path. If jet propulsion impacts an enemy hero, an additional oil spill is created underneath. Now we're talking.
Choose a talent.
Now we're talking, boys.
Choose a talent.
Let's get that oil going everywhere.
Choose a talent.
Fuel Leak, let's see. So I can go. Let's reset all of our cooldowns just to be sure. I can go. Wa-pow! Wa-bang! Hey, you know, it kind of worked. I was expecting my ultimate to ignite the oil for some reason. Also didn't complete those quests. So I go, wa-pow! Take this! Ah! Eh, kind of cool. Obviously, they don't stack, so I was just hitting a wider area, but it felt cool. It felt pretty cool. I felt like I liked fire. At level 16, we have another 3 options here. He doesn't have 2. Like I guess early on he has some pretty big talent tiers, but as the game progresses, you do kind of get less options. Thermal protection. Each enemy hit by jet propulsion grants 10 armor for 3 seconds and reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds. Now, I like that synergy a lot with that oil talent that we just picked up. I like that a lot. So we could actually, remember, we can create armor for ourselves as well by using our trait. So we could go in and potentially get quite a bit of armor off of our initiation. Just need to make sure I actually land my stun, which is a little more difficult than I thought. Yo, Arthas can't even touch me. Whoa, that healing is so big. That's so much heal. Furion, get out of here. Get out of here. Go home. Go home, Furion. I need to look at this. I need to look at this. Get out of here.
Mayhem.
Yo, I'll fix your buildings. Just come out. Just come out, Arthas. Have some minions. Oh, the minions are coming. All right. So, boom. Auto attacks. Yeah. So let's stun him. Ignite. Slow him all the way out. Yo, he can't even touch us. He can't even touch us. We walked out of that fight with full health. Are you kidding me? All right. All right. Okay. Okay. We might be a little strong. We might be a little strong. Look at that! Then I can make another one of these things this way and ignite that. Throw another one of these out. Ignite that. Come on! Come on! This self-healing is incredible. I really like this. Small little pet peeve I'm noticing is that if oil's already ignited, it doesn't seem to spread with fire, but it could just be that I'm not quite lining it up properly. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's already ignited oil, I feel like it should ignite the next patch of oil. But at the same time, I don't think I'm quite lining it up right. Like, let's see. Oh, it does. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. It was 100% player error. Well, he is extremely tanky. Extremely tanky. It kind of feels weird that Bunker has such a long cooldown compared to this one. Compared to Combustion. I feel like Bunker either needs to be longer or Combustion needs to be shorter. Because one's super spammable and can deal a whole lot of team damage. But this one is like, hey, you use it kind of like once every team fight, and that's about it. Look at this fucking healing. This is amazing. That's actually incredible. Yo, he is gonna be so okay in the solo lanes. Right now, we're almost level 20. But that's crazy. I'm just sorry. I'm just soaking this in. I wasn't expecting it to be like the healing to be that high. I really was not expecting the self-sustain to be like that. That's crazy. Okay. Let's take a look at the other talents that we have at our disposal at level 16. I don't want that. We have Heat Treatment. Heal for 75% of the damage dealt by Pyromania. It just kind of seems like the attack or the cooldown is too high to justify that talent pick. That's my impression so far. Seems like it's a little too high. But then again, it's more healing, right? It's more healing. It could be even better. We'll have to see. We'll have to play around with that one in an actual game and see how it feels. Picking talents at random. Then we have Juggernaut Plating. Activate to gain 50 spell armor for 3 seconds. Upon expiration, gain a shield equal to 100% of the spell damage reduced by Juggernaut Plating. How long does the shield last? It doesn't say, right? Did I just gloss over that?
Choose a
40-second cooldown on that. So basically, we see Li Ming coming in. We're like, come back. Come back. Let's go. You are fucking... Oh, it's our daily screen freeze, everyone. Brought to you by the great developers over at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, it's in the game. I don't know what their slogan is. I don't know what their slogan is. Can you fucking do something? So I'm just assuming it lasts until the shield is used up. That's what I'm assuming. That is what I'm assuming. These guys don't deal spell damage. I thought Li Ming would at least try to hit me. Maybe we could try it versus a Kel'Thuzad. Right, he'll do some damage. Oh, Jaina Blizzard, that's a good one. That's a better one. That's a better one. This is why I have chat. Thank you, chat. Let's test this one out. Come on, Jada. I'm ready for you, Jada. I don't know what talents I have. Okay, so it's going to end. I have a 648 shield. And that is just lasting. Yeah, that could be good. That could definitely be good. It's more for like a wombo combo team, right? Where you can see the damage coming. You know it's going to be there. But 3 seconds to be able to soak all that damage up is a lot. That's a really, really long window. And that's quite a big damage reduction. You can also pop your Pyromania at the same time. And get that 25 armor on top of the spell armor. Which would be nice. I'm not sure why there's no indication for the 50 spell armor. Like, I don't know why they don't give you a number for that too. I know that it has the effect, right? But I feel like it should give you a number as well. Okay. I like that. It's a good talent. I like that talent. At level 20, our heroic abilities can be upgraded into...
choose a talent.
We're looking at Combustion first. Flash Fire. Combustion, slow... Or, well, let's not read the brief description. Let's go in. Let's read the long one. While channeling Combustion, Blaze's movement speed is no longer reduced, and nearby enemies are slowed by 60%. So it just allows him to keep up with his targets. As presumably they try to run away. Jaina didn't quite get that message. I like being able to spread the fire to her. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, The slow could be a big deal. I'm not overly impressed with that. I want to see what our other options are. It looks like we only have one other if we went for this talent. Our other option at level 20, if we went for Combustion, would be Burn Notice. Basic attack slow enemies by 5% and deal an additional 39 damage over time over 2.5 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. This is the kind of auto attack synergy I like from the Incinerator Gauntlets and the Adrenaline Stim Pack at level 1 for that attack speed increase. 100% increase. I could see that being fun. If you, we'll test it out in a second. If you went for the bunker, the level 20 upgrade is the Fortified Bunker. Isn't that what it's called? No, it's the bunker drop. The Fortified Bunker. Occupants can cast oil spill from the bunker's drop every 6 seconds. Additionally, bunker drops armor bonus upon exiting is increased to 25% and its duration by 1. I believe by default it has a increased by 25. So it brings you up to 50 armor when you leave. And that's going to be a 3-second duration. That seems pretty good. So we can cast oil now. But we can't light the oil on fire? I suppose we could cast oil here, jump out, like that, get more oil going. That seems like it might be good. Here, let's see what a full oil build would look like. Let's see what a full oil build might look like. We would want to lower our cooldowns, increase the area and the slow. Then we go grill and kill into bunker drop for this one. Fuel leak. I kind of like the thermal protection.
Choose a talent.
And then fortified bunker. So let's complete our quest. Come back, Janet. Janet, come back. So much flame. There's so much flame. Okay. So we're going to try to use all of our stuff. We're going to give it a go. Let's set our level back to 20. It won't do that. I'm forever 22. Okay. So we get some oil down. We prep the area. We charge in. Jaina comes out to fight me. Thank you. Then we drop this. And then we can still spread fire with that. And cast Flamethrower. And then have more oil when we get out.
Rather entertaining.
Also, our team can connect oil to that fire as well. Although it does seem really weird that you can't ignite this flame. That seems really strange. But your team could lay that down and then you could ignite it. You could hop out, ignite it, hop back in. I can't get over the fact that this doesn't have a channel time. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Also, the toggle cooldowns doesn't work while you're in there. That's weird. So, let's try this one more time. That's fun. That's just plain fun. I like that. And I like the fact that you can have a ton of oil down all the time and keep the ignition going all the time. That seems fun. That seems fun. I like that. So, I don't know if this build will actually be good, but it's been a joy to test. Even if it isn't the highest damage, the fact that you're just leaving oil down all over the place to keep your character safe, to keep your character healing, I think is awesome. So oil build might be pretty I guess it's a mixture between oil talents and jet propulsion talents. It's like you have it feels like you have unlimited healing. It really does. Feels like you have unlimited healing. He does so much damage to this! Why do you do so much damage to the bunker? And remember, this bunker is only on a 40-second cooldown. That's another part that just seems crazy to me, how low cooldown all of this would be. I like it. I like it. You guys wanted me to read the abilities in the bunker? I mean, I already read the Q, right? Did I not? Quarter damage in a line. Dispense an oil that slows enemies and can be set like, okay. There you go. There you go. It does exactly what we thought. Now, I do think there's some interesting auto attack builds that might be usable in here as well. Adrenal Stim Pack into let's go Meltdown.
Choose a talent.
Incinerator Gauntlets. Combustion.
Choose a talent.
For this one, I'm still going to go with Fuel Leak. We want to heal with our heat treatment and then get burn notice. Basic attack, slow enemies by 5% and deal an additional 41 damage over 2.5 seconds. Attacking up to 5 times. Let's try this out. So we engage with the oil. We auto attack to ignite the oil. We keep her oiled so she can't run away. And then we literally just move with it. We're burning her for damage over time. We can be slowing her on top of that, leaving more oil on the ground. That one did seem a little bit more mana intensive, though. It seemed like I don't know why. It seemed like we used a lot of mana there. Maybe I just never went back. Maybe I was low when we started. That could be it. But that was without even using Stim. Granted, we're level 22. It won't let me turn it back down. And, you know, Jane is just kind of standing there letting me beat on her, right? But here's the engage. You're kind of punished for casting Combust, I feel like. So you would need to do that right after you charge in rather than waiting. I mean, I killed her there while taking her damage and sitting under a tower. And then we can heal right back up like it's nothing. He seems really strong, man. He seems really strong. So... look at all those! Look at all that damage!
That was rather entertaining.
Wow. Wow. That seems good. So we have 2 builds already that I'm really optimistic about, which I like. It seems like with this one, you have to kind of kite around your own abilities all the time, right? You need to always be in the fire. Yeah, let's see if there's a Q build that I would like. Hey, let me reset it. So we would still want to go for the recharge. Reduces oil spills cooldown. Bonus damage. Combustion again. I still think Fuel Leak seems to be like really good to me, but we'll go for a Suppressive Fire. Then more cooldown reduction here.
Choose a talent.
And burn notice, so we can slow people down. Yeah, it just kind of... I don't know, I kind of just like the straight auto attack one. I kind of just like that. Let's try again. Did I not pick the crit talent? Did I really not land that? There we go. It's like you're a burst mage. She's taking a minion wave too.
Rather entertaining.
That center might be a little bit more difficult to land than I initially thought. Okay, let's test the damage of this. Toggle cooldowns. So we would want to throw out a W, start lowering our cooldowns. Pop this, because our one was on cooldown. I don't know. He seems like he does really respectable damage. If you can actually continuously hit a single target. The cooldown on his Q, it does kind of seem like I'm just kind of waiting for it. But I could also be healing in this shit while this is happening too. So I think that even though it kind of seemed to me like I was just kind of standing around waiting, I could position myself in fire a little bit better. And then the fact that I'm just kind of sitting around waiting for her to stand on my next thing, it doesn't seem as quite long of a wait, you know what I mean? Just go in on this. Cast Combustion. I mean, she's also tanking like 20 minions here, right? But to me, out of the 3 that I've come up with so far, this is my least favorite. I think we would need to do a little bit more fine tuning on this. It doesn't really feel quite natural to me like the other 2 did. I don't know. Let's test out this other stim thing, because we haven't done that yet. So this is activate to gain a shield that absorbs 987 damage over 5 seconds. That's 900 damage at level 20. We could assume we could also get the shield for the Juggernaut Plating as well. So just alone out of those 2 abilities, you might be looking at well over 1,000 shields. This one only lasts 5 seconds though, whereas the Juggernaut Plating would kind of last forever. As far as the movement speed on the other one, on the Adrenaline one, this could allow you to run away. Like not even using the auto attack damage in there. This could just allow you to run away every 30 seconds. Also, if you're setting this up with your bunker, remember, you could choose where you exit on this thing. So we could go, oh no! Let's wait for the slow to leave. Oh no! Drop the bunker here, hop out on the other side, if it'll let me, and sprint away. I could see that being a viable way to escape some altercations. So yeah, I think my favorite build that we tried out was the hybrid oil into the E ability to kind of engage. I liked that a lot. You know, just in our testing phases, just trying to figure things out. One more time, if you want to try those talents on the PTR, the talents I decided to pick up was the Neural Stim Pack, into the Oil Dispersal, Grill and Kill, Combustion, Fuel Leak, into Thermal Protection, and then honestly, I think either one of these would be totally fine. The slow would allow you to stay in range a little bit longer. And this allows you to pretty much spam oil everywhere, stun people to spread more oil, and heal for a ton of HP pretty much all of the time. Like a ridiculous amount of HP. So if I had to suggest one to try out, I would recommend that. We are going to be taking a look at this in the next couple of videos, taking a look at these builds, probably in viewer games with viewers just like you. One of my goals in 2018 is to try to just encourage more people in the community to just come together and play games. We have our Discord set up for several different games. We have a viewer guild in WoW, we have a viewer guild in Diablo, we have a viewer guild in PoE, we have the MFPT chat channel, and whenever we're on the PTR, I want to engage viewers more, get in here, play viewer games, try out the new characters, and have fun in there. But I haven't been home in a week and the house is the mess, so I'm trying to clean it up for Holly before she gets home. So we'll be taking a look at this character more tomorrow. Expect some viewer games on the stream tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. This is the end of the Theory Crafting stream. If you are watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think of Blaze down in the comments below. And remember, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the interactive behind the scenes look at Blaze. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.